So, do you think it's a problem that kids are ducking under the train tracks?
It's not a very big problem. It's only happened that I've seen it a couple of times. It's definitely a problem that happens, but I really think that they see it happen in the community when cars blast under the train tracks, or their parents might go under the gates with them. So I think they see it, and then they copy it.
Or did you ever report it?
Yes, I've reported it every single time I've seen it over the past 5 years.
Do you think other people do?
Report it?
Yes.
I think they call the school, and then that's the end of it, and they think the school is just going to take care of it.
Do you think the kids will ever stop?
I really, really hope so.
Um,
We haven't had any real issues this year, I don't think, with kids, at least that I've seen.
do you think it's only Freedom students besides?
No, I think it's the whole community,
Okay.
not just even kids. I think it's adults as well.
A student duck under the gates.
I haven't personally seen one. However, I get a call from a teacher or the crossing guard or a parent pretty regularly. So I'd say at least every other month telling me of students who aren't obeying the train gates.
Okay. Have you ever seen other teachers duck under the gates?
I have not seen one of our staff members do that.
Okay.
I've seen adults though who aren't part of our staff do that.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of consequences would students receive if they got caught?
If they get caught, the first thing I do is have their parents come in for a meeting. I think it's really important for the parents to come in instead of me just call them, so we can sit and talk about it. And then we figure out some sort of consequence. Sometimes it's a detention. A lot of times I like to do some community service type of stuff, because that'll give me an opportunity to spend some time with the students and talk about how dangerous it is.
Mm-hmm. And what safety concerns do you have regarding the train tracks being so close to school?
I have huge safety concerns. Again, the fact that, I don't know, a third to half of our students have to cross the train tracks after school or before school is really problematic. If it's to school when the trains are down, students feel some anxiety because they don't want to be late to school. And when it's after school, let's face it, they want to get out of here. Mm-hmm. So one of the scariest things too is the number of train tracks that are there. There's 3 separate train tracks there. So sometimes kids will think, okay, the train went by, why aren't the gates going up? They must be broke, not realizing there could be trains going both ways, there could be a long train, so it's just really dangerous.
And do you think a bridge over the tracks will prevent future students from ducking under the gates?
Yes, because there'd be no need to wait. Students would be able to just ride their bikes, or just even all of our students who walk, they could just go right up over the train and be on their way, and there'd be no reason to duck under there. One of the other things that I've learned talking to the police department is Berwyn has like 2 of the most dangerous train crossings anywhere in the country. More accidents, more people getting hurt. It's not this one right here, but one on Ogden, Harlem, and one somewhere else. So that leads me to believe that people in Berwyn might be a little unsafe as it is when it comes to the train tracks. And then again, certainly being right next to a school, not so good at all.
Students don't duck under the gates.
Okay.
That's a great question. My first reaction was I was incredibly upset. I was very scared for that student because I didn't know if there was going to be a train coming from either direction. I was very nervous for them. I really actually wanted to run after them to tell them to stop. So a lot of different emotions. None of them very good though.
Was it before or after school?
It was after school.
It was like
How
about
many
running down the
times
hallway.
have you experienced it?
This was probably this year my second time. Yes, it was definitely my second time this year, and probably my maybe 4th or 5th time since I've been at Freedom. This is my 3rd year at Freedom.
Do you think a bridge over the tracks will prevent future students from ducking under the gates?
Absolutely. I think the only reason they're ducking under the gates is to get somewhere faster. So if they had a way to do that, it would be the perfect idea.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you guys.